So many really attractive women have taken themselves out of the IRL market because of social media.
Yeah, I mean, it's gotten so bad now that there are certain really hot girls that to get on a yacht, they charge me.
For a lot of women, they get their validation through attention. They can actually get 1 million likes on a post, and that validation they get through attention, they don't have to go out and be in real life to talk to them. Men, on the other hand, we get our validation through, physical affection from women that leads to sex.
Right.
That sex, I can't do that virtually.
Yeah.
I have to go out. And as a result, what you would expect is when you go to the GA at these nightclubs, there should be 3 guys for every girl. And that's what you see now. Yeah. And I didn't recognize it until I was out one time with Bulzarian, and he was looking out in the GA, and he's like, dude, there's nothing but dudes here. And I'm like, yo, we're on stage. There's nothing but women. And he's like, no, I'm looking out here in the GA, and there's only dudes here. And it was the first time I looked. This was right after COVID. And I was like, holy shit, there's nothing but dudes here. And that's what you should expect, because so many really attractive women have taken themselves out of the IRL market because of social media.
Yeah, I mean, it's gotten so bad now that there are certain really hot girls that to get on a yacht, they charge me. They're like, if you want me on that boat, you're going to have to pay me.
The girls have to, oh, wow.
The girls are charging me to bring them on a boat.
Yeah.
And yet these dudes are like, trying to tell me, oh, it's a privilege that I get to have you on my boat with 10 girls. Yeah. Like, dude, you got to pay me. You want me to bring girls on a boat? You got to pay me. You know what I mean? Like, so it's gotten so bad. These girls don't need to go out anymore.
Yeah.
They make all their money online. I have girls that are on TikTok. They're doing 50, 60 grand a month. They come out with me because they want my experience. I bring experience to the club. You bring experience to the Bitcoin conference or whatever it is. And they're there really for you. And then also to get whatever validation they get from being at that place, whether they want to make money or take pictures or just be out and have a good time with their girls. Like, you got to sell. You know what I mean? You got to sell the girls.
I think this is a massive misconception in the dating space about guys because what you're doing is a form of social circle.
Yeah.
They don't understand, because they're like, why would these girls need me to get? Really hot girls will call me. There's like a birthday party or a bachelorette party. And let's say all these girls are really attractive.
Yeah.
They're from Australia or whatever, and they're all stunning. And they're like, hey, can you take me out somewhere? And I'm thinking to myself, you don't need me. If you walked up to the door at any club, they would just let you in. And then you realize, oh, when they're with me, I'm not going to let someone run them over when they're in those heels.
Yep.
When they're with me, we're going to go straight on stage, and there's not going to be any talking, or we're going to skip the line, and I'm going to lead them, and I'm going to know exactly where to go. And a lot of guys, they don't understand this concept of being able to lead a group of women and how attractive that is to women. I see you're not wearing a $200,000 Richard Mille. You're not picking up chicks in a Lamborghini. You were talking about aura maxing before. The ability to just like lead groups of women generates so much attraction with women by itself.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. And on that, right? Like before, when I started getting really good at this stuff, there were girls who would just be like, I'll just get in without you. Why do I need you?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you're visiting Miami. Yeah. You don't have people here. So you come to my section, you're protected. You're isolated.
Yeah.
Right? When you're not, you don't know what you're going to get. Like, dude, I have girls that are going to the bathroom, and I need to get security to walk them to the bathroom.
Yes.
Because the dudes that would try and pull them into their section, do all sorts of weird shit. It's insane. Like, it's insane. These guys, money doesn't get you anywhere with these girls anymore because they make their own money.
Yeah.
So you have to bring an experience. You have to provide an experience to get them to be there. Right? And it's not you buying bottles at the table. They don't care. Every dude will buy them bottles. They don't give a shit. Right? It's me being at the table. It's the clients actually having a good time. Right? I have certain clients that they get laid every single night. And mind you, they could do it without spending the money. They do it because they want to have a good time. They come and spend money with me because they want to have a good time. And I provide a great experience, and the club that I bring them to provides a great experience. But bar that, they don't need to spend the money.
Yeah.
They have the money. Do they need to spend it? No. I mean, I have guys that are struggling. Like, they text me every single week and are just like, hey, I want to do dinner at Casamigos. Can you find me 6 girls? And they pay me $400 for 6 girls. And it's not even because they can't get the girls themselves, just because the amount of effort that it takes. To go get these girls, to get them to that place. And when I have already the flywheel and they want to meet new girls, right? It's ironic because you make friends with these girls and now they don't want to sleep with you, right? Because now you're like sort of friend zoned. Not because you tried to, but just because you get close with them, you become trusted of them. Maybe you sleep with some of them, but you want to sleep with new girls, right? So once you break that barrier, right? Like, now you can get them to come out with you all the time. That's great. But you're going to be around the same girls every single time. So they don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So these wealthy, successful younger dudes, they always hit me up for girls because they're guaranteed a rotation. They're guaranteed new girls every single time. Do they have a problem with women? No, not a problem at all. They just don't want to deal with the hassle of going to find a new girl, bring her out with her friends, dealing with what kind of social interaction they're going to have. They might have a good one or a bad one. Maybe they're catfish, maybe they're not, right? And so paying me removes that effort, right? And so it's so interesting that this same guy hits me up every single week for Casamigos. And it's like, you'd be thinking, oh, any girl would be privileged to go to Casamigos, for free and have this great experience. But the amount of girls that don't have the trust for a guy like that, I have to sell the client. I have to sell the girls, right? There's an effort that goes in, and that's why I get paid.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not like I said, it's not that these guys don't have Riz. It's just that when they make a connection, they become a trusted friend of that girl. Now they're either sleeping together multiple times and they're over it, or they're not sleeping together and they're just friends. Either way, it's a positive outcome, right? But they need a constant rotation. You know what I mean?
So I'll have like videos of some event I'm throwing, and there's a bunch of girls in the event. They're behind me or whatever, and I'll get this thing that's like, "Oh, you're not sleeping with all those girls," which I'm not sleeping with all of them. You're right.
Or you can't.
You can't. Like I only have one penis, unfortunately. But the thing is, when you made a statement, when you're at a table with 10 girls, you never know what's going to happen. It's crazy because 99% of guys have never been at a table with 10 girls, and they're like, you're with all those girls, but you don't sleep with them. And I'm like, bro, if I didn't sleep with them, I'd get sued. If I didn't sleep with them, I'd get sexually assaulted.
Exactly.
If you're with 10 girls, because the problem is the guys who are watching this, they've never been anywhere where the ratio is 10-1. When the ratio is 10-1 and the women crave attention, they want your attention. And they're watching other girls try to get your attention, which is making them more attracted to you. And you friend zoned all the girls, and you're the only promoter who doesn't hit on
this one. This is a crazy story. So my maybe second or third client that I had, I was at Vendome. They went to the bathroom or maybe they left. I don't remember. And so it was just me at the table with like 20 girls, right? And this one girl is like trying to grab my junk, right? And then another girl is trying to grab me. And then a girl in front of both of them is like, "Hey, are you okay? Like, you basically just got sexually assaulted by these girls. Like, are you okay?" And she's like, this is hilarious. Like, you need to white knight me. She's trying to white knight me and save me.
So she could get laid.
Hilarious. It was so funny. I've never seen anything like it. And then I basically I had to tell the girl, "Hey, relax." Not because I didn't want the attention, but just because I had the owners of the club like watching me. And I'm like, this girl's trying to dig in my pants. I'm like, dude, what is happening? It was hilarious. This is one of my first client groups, and this happened. I was like, dude, I can't make this up.
Well, it's just so outside of most guys' reality.
And the funniest part about the whole thing is I didn't sleep with any of them. I just went home and went to sleep because I didn't care.
But the part that's so outside of guys' reality is this issue where a girl who like absolutely is not attracted to me comes out to a group event where there's a bunch of girls like hanging out with me, maybe even sees a girl that I used to date or that I'm currently dating, and she becomes attracted to me. Like, you understand this is real. Do you understand 99% of guys? So everyone in the red pill, they don't get this. Everyone in pickup, they're not friends with women, so they don't get this. Everyone in mode 1, they don't get this. All the black pill guys, all the mode 1 means I just go direct and ask you for sex. And then all the black pill guys, which like clavicular, they don't get this because they think only looks matter. The idea that I could not be attractive to, and I'm sure this has happened to you more than 100 times, where a girl didn't think that much of you. Crazy study. I believe this is from Oklahoma State University. Where they take a bunch of men. There's like 250 women. They rate the physical attractiveness of a bunch of men, and then afterwards they show the women the attractiveness ratings that the other women gave these men, and the women adjusted their ratings upwards when they saw that other women found them attractive.
Yep.
And this is because it's called make choice copying in humans. And so when you explain it, there's a bunch of guys like, "But you aren't all those girls," and I'm like, "No, bro, that's crazy. Like, you don't even have to, when there's 20 girls and 2 guys, you aren't trying." There's no, Bilzerian talks about this in the setup. He talks about where he'd go out and there'd be like 40 girls, and it's like, if you hit on them, you would look like a moron because there's so many girls here.
I watched a video where he talked about the setup and all that stuff years ago, like might have been before I even started dating my ex, and I remember listening to that and going, "That's dumb." And then now I experience it, and I'm like, that's not dumb.
No, it's crazy.
Because you're right. Most people never get the chance to experience it. Never, not once. Even like, for example, sometimes I'll drive my girls from dinner to the club or whatever. Usually they take the party bus, but let's just say I had a few girls. I'll just put them in my car and drive them over. Even in the car, the amount of shit that happens in the car is incredible. All the girls are taking videos with me like I'm some celebrity. And this is before I actually got big on TikTok. I'm like, dude, I'm just driving you in a car to the club. Like, it's not that big a deal. But they're playing their white girl music and whatever the hell they're doing. And it's like crazy. Like, just 5 girls is like, whoa, Then you get 10, then you get 20. It's like, what the Like you literally, like what you said is like you'd get sexually assaulted if you didn't do anything.
Right? I couldn't imagine like any guy who's like, you just hang out with a bunch of girls at the same time and you'd never get laid.
Yeah.
You're telling me you've never hung out with a bunch of girls.
100%.
And then my other thing is I'll show a pic, like maybe like a video of you with all the girls with the lollipops, or a video of me like at my birthday party or whatever. And I always ask them, pick whoever your favorite dating coach is. Yeah. If he was in that situation, would he get laid more or less? And they always go, well, probably more. And I was like, well, if it was less, I don't know why he's your favorite dating coach. And if it's more, then why the isn't he doing that?
Right.
And because it's just so outside their reality.